What's up, everybody? It is time for Mat Therapy. How you doing? What's up? It's Monday. We're a little frazzled because we're used to doing this on Wednesday, but you might be seeing this on Wednesday, so never mind, Donna. Okay, thanks. I'm Donna.
Okay,
what's
thanks,
up?
bye.
How are you today? To my left, I have the beautiful Becky Dominguez.
Oh,
Don't give me that face. And the beautiful Lee Syatt.
Even I'll take it. I'll take the compliment. Thank you.
You are the beautiful Lee
Thank
Syatt.
you.
Lee, I love your hair today.
It's flowing. Everyone has all this
Gorgeous hair today.
This is the hair
All
style
four
day,
hair.
and I feel like it's it's a little sweaty. I'm sorry.
Your hair's a little sweaty.
All right, in the
What can I
house
say?
today.
I'm nervous around all these pretty women.
Oh.
My hair's sweating.
Aww.
In the house today, we have EBI 9 competitor Lynn Vuong, people. That's how you say her last name.
That's
Vuong.
the proper way.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
We heart you.
We do heart you.
I love you guys too.
Aw, thanks.
I love Lee, even though I just met him too.
Oh, but he's pretty lovable.
He's pretty
Yeah.
It's hard not
fantastic.
to love him.
Thank
He's
you.
pretty
very much.
fantastic.
Before we jump in here today, I just want to let you guys all know that we are brought to you by Next Gen Therapeutics and the $5 Tape Club. The number 5, the letter dollar, the letter tape, club,
The letter dollar.
the letter dollar.
Word dollar.
The word dollar. You guys got it. The number 5.
The word
The
dollar.
word dollar, the
There you
word
go.
tape, club.com is our sponsor. And you can go there and get anything for 10% off if you put MTP10.
Very
Ta-da!
nice. Very nice.
And we'll give your sponsor a shout out because they're our homie.
'Cause
What's
they're
up,
awesome.
Dasusara? We love you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I think I actually have a discount code for them too.
Oh,
but I
please
don't
tell
know
us.
when it's
Oh.
coming out. I think
Oh.
it's going to be Ashi Queen 5
Ooh,
Fancy.
fancy.
for a 5% discount. We were going to do the 10 for 10th Planet, but then
All right.
we thought it would be misleading for the 5% discount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That's
good
true.
point.
Look
Hold the
at
microphone
look at
closer to
all
you.
of the Datsusara bags sitting
There's
over
a
there.
lot of Dasusara over. I didn't even bring my backpack. I didn't fit in.
There's a lot
I also
sitting
have
over
the
there,
J
though.
Rub,
I love my
the
J Rub.
utility
I love-
belt pack.
I'm all
Oh,
about
the
my
J-Rub.
J Rub.
Yeah, the J Rub.
I'm all
The
about it.
J-Rub.
So
I'm all
for
about
all
that
of
J-Rub
your
life.
all of your fanny pack needs, please go to datsusara.com and you can do
Be
DSgear.com.
dsgear.com. That's right.
That is true.
DSgear.com.
Be,
You
a,
can
be
use
about
when will Ashi Queen 5 be out?
I think it's already up right now.
Ashi Queen
I'll
5,
check what's up.
5% off.
be about
Get that
that
shit.
fanny pack life.
Be about it. It's good
Be
for your
about it.
posture.
It is.
It's good for your back.
It's good
Best.
times.
All right. So
So,
So-
Lynn, as you might know, this is a jiu-jitsu podcast. We talk about jiu-jitsu on it.
yeah.
Please tell us your
Yeah.
journey into the sport of jiu-jitsu.
My journey, like how I first started.
Please.
jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
Totes.
Okay.
It was
So-
like 3 days ago she
Yeah,
started.
she's like, last week I decided, and,
and
then
she's
I
a
got my purple belt.
And she's a purple belt. So go ahead.
So I think it was actually April of last year. So probably like a little less. than a year
Seriously,
and a half.
April?
Yeah.
I thought it was like January. I don't
It's
know. I
been
mean,
like
not
a
that,
year and a half.
Not that that's
Yeah.
much of a
Yeah.
difference, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So April. Well, actually March. I went
no,
to
2 years ago, right?
no,
No, it
fucking
hasn't been
last
2
year.
years yet. Last year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. So
right?
I went to my friend Ellie. You guys know Ellie.
I do.
Yeah, my friend Eliana. Her gi competition was Naga.
Okay.
So I went to go watch her at Naga San Diego in March, and then I was watching all the girls matches. I think I saw Lila's match. I think I saw like a few girls matches, and I was just like, you know what? I think I'm really into jiu-jitsu. Like I think I can. I'm really into trying. But it was funny because I had another friend that did CrossFit with me when I quit CrossFit, and she quit CrossFit too. She decided to go into jiu-jitsu.
Interesting. Where does she
And-
train?
AOJ.
What's her name?
Courtney. I don't know if she trains anymore.
Hi, Courtney. AOJ.
And if you
But-
don't train, get back to it.
Yeah, do it. But she invited me and she was like, Lynn, we can be some really rare bitches like doing jiu-jitsu. I'm like, I'm not into doing jiu-jitsu.
Rare
Like what are you talking about? Like what are you talking about? Why would I want to do jiu-jitsu? And so I turned her down, and then I went to go see Ellie's competition and I was just like, you know what? I'm really
maybe
interested.
I do. Maybe I don't.
Yeah. And then she told me to check out 10th Planet because she thought I would be better at no gi than gi.
Okay.
So then I went.
Because you're super effing strong.
Fucking freak.
I know.
What is it about you that you think made the transition so easy?
Going into jiu-jitsu?
Or maybe not easy, but yeah, what do you think makes you good at jiu-jitsu? Like,
Oh well, I played a lot of sports, and I did like basketball, I did tennis, I did water polo, and I did swim in
Were you
high
always
school.
like freakishly good at like everything you did?
I was always at the least average. Like I wouldn't suck at anything I did, you know.
Alright.
So,
I
but
hate
with
you.
But whatever, go on.
Proceed.
but with jujitsu, I feel like I loved it so much that I'd never wanted to get off of the mats. Like when from the first day I started, like they were showing me like hip throws. They're like, "Oh, do you want to learn Ronda Rousey's throw?" And I'm
She's
like,
fucking tossing people
whatever
across the
that is.
mat.
I'm like throwing people like all the way.
Like, that's easy. That's what?
Like,
Why
why is this so hard?
This is hard?
Why do
No.
you guys all act like you can't do this?
You guys are just pretending like it's hard. It's not really that hard.
But and then I just kind of like fell so in love with it, and then I went to a Nathan Orchard seminar, like I think 3 weeks into me doing jujitsu, and he was showing like inverted heel hooks from honey hole.
Uh-huh.
And
Damn, you went to the dark side
showing
quick, didn't you?
really quick. Like they were just
Damn.
like, welcome. Here's some.
Here's the dark side.
Yeah, here's some leg locks.
That I really find that amazing. You're not the first lady that I've met that just is like a duck in water. Like you just get on the mat and you're like, oh, this is how you tap people out, and then
Like this,
that was
right?
not
Like,
my
it's like
journey.
this?
So I'm amazed when somebody like you is just like, oh, okay, I'll just tap everybody out. That's cool. I find it absolutely amazing. So please go on.
Proceed.
Thank you. I don't know. After Nathan Orchard seminar, it kind of like really took off, like me loving leg locks, and then I was literally heel hooking people and they would tap, and I just really didn't even know exactly what I was doing.
You're like, where did that hurt?
yeah, like
Why?
That's interesting.
And then I also feel like maybe like my background in physics and a little bit in like sciences and
Sure.
stuff like that have helped me.
Sure.
Like with the mechanics of the body. And
That makes sense. Yeah. And then how long after you started training was your first competition?
My first competition was
That weekend.
She's like the same day. I just got on the mats at Naga.
Yeah. Never trained before and just jumped out.
I did sub fighter 4 months into training.
Okay.
And I believe I got third at that competition. I got 2 submissions and then I lost one.
That got you third?
Yeah, I think we were supposed to do another one for second place, but just
Interesting.
not organized enough for
Okay.
that.
Okay. And then, so you started in April of last year. We were all there when you got your blue belt, which was in December. And then,
How many
Christmas
times
party.
did you compete last year? Because I thought you have like a shit ton of medals already.
Yeah, I think I competed at like 9 or 10 competitions.
Damn.
Wow.
So you started in April. 4 months in, you competed for the first time, which is what, like August.
yeah.
And you competed 8 or 9 times basically from
Yeah.
August through the end of the year.
And then how many times have you competed this year?
Shinga day.
Not too much this year, actually. I did.
She's like, just like
Nationals,
5 times.
Worlds.
Yeah.
I haven't done any Nagas this year, and then taps for taps. And most recently.
And you went an hour with a professional fighter at Taps for Taps, correct?
Gracie
20
Wells
minutes
was-
with Liz
Oh,
Carmouche.
okay. Sorry,
went-
I thought that match
Oh.
was longer. But 20
No.
minutes with a professional fighter is not bad.
I've
Yeah.
never done jiu-jitsu for that long.
That is not bad at all.
My nose is running.
And
There's,
Liz
like,
is
boogers
not
coming
an
out.
easy opponent.
Nice.
Liz is not an easy opponent.
Oh, hell no.
We have really different styles in games. Like Liz likes to grind.
Yeah.
She likes
She's
the longer
heavy.
matches.
Yeah.
She likes to sprawl on you and make you tired, and then take opportunity on that. But
Yeah.
I train to be like faster
Go
than that because
quick,
I just
go.
don't really have the cardio for that. Like
Right.
she's training a lot more than me and like working way harder than me, and like then
Yeah.
for me, I'm just gonna be training technique to try to finish sooner.
Yeah. So then you got your purple belt the same day that Becky got promoted. You guys-
sisters.
Yay.
Awesome. That's
Took me a
an
little longer than her
amazing-
to
yeah.
get it, though.
That's an amazing trajectory. What do you think it is? Do you think you just love this sport? Do you think that you were literally built for this sport? Like your body, what is it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think anyone's built to like get their shit bent backwards until they tap. But I think that it was truly just how much I love jujitsu, like how deeply in love I felt with an art, fell in love with an art that, you learn so much about not just your body, but you learn so much about yourself mentally, physically, like emotionally, even,
Yeah.
Like when you're getting tapped, like how you feel, and like when you tap other people, how you feel, and like when you reflect upon like those feelings while you're on the mat, even off of the feelings that you had when you were on the mat, when you're off the mat. Like, it just makes you, like, I feel like so much more of a confident person, so much, like, I'm happier with the way I look, I'm more comfortable with, like, my body, I'm more comfortable with, like, not wearing makeup, you know, just from not being on the mat with makeup on.
Right.
And, like, I just love training, and I love getting cardio in without having to run, because running's stupid.
Right.
Running sucks.
It's not fun.
I hate running.
Don't ruin your joints running. Ruin your joints doing jiu-jitsu.
Exactly. That
What were
makes
you gonna say,
perfect
Lee?
sense to me.
I guess that should be a shirt. Running is stupid. I would buy that shirt.
Maybe Mat Therapy should make that shirt.
Hey,
That's the next Mat Therapy shirt.
You should talk to someone, Donna.
Mat Therapy, because running's
Write
stupid.
that down. Mat Therapy because running's stupid. I'm actually writing that down right now.
That doesn't. I like that.
But yeah, and I put a lot of time on the mats too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
How often do you train?
I train 5 to 6 days a week. Probably for at least 2 hours.
How in the
sometimes
hell
whole
do you
day.
figure out how?
What do you mean
to
sometimes the
find-
whole day?
Sometimes I'm there the whole day.
How do you do? You're also going to school full time, yes? To be a nurse,
Yeah. So I'm in school like 30 hours a week minimally. So
and yet
sometimes-
you still train 5 to 6 times a week.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody
And you
out
also-
there that has excuses for that they work a 40-hour-a-week job and can't figure out how to get to a gym or to train?
Screenshot a picture of Lynn and put it up on your phone.
Exactly. Yeah. No excuses. Seriously.
So you work 30 hours a week.
No, go to school.
Go to
You go to
School.
school 30 hours a week.
Do-
You're training at least 12 hours a week is what I'm hearing.
I haven't calculated the time, but yeah, I would say
12
at
to
least
15?
Yeah. 12 to
Okay.
15 hours.
And
Oh,
then
she's
you're
spending
also
a whole
doing
day.
Are you counting strength and conditioning
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
in that training?
No, I'm not. I would do strength and conditioning like once or twice a week
Okay.
for that. Not too much strength and conditioning.
Do you sleep or eat?
When do you sleep? Is it like just?
I love naps. They're my favorite. They make
Okay.
me
Are
so
you one of those
happy.
people that can get through a day though, but it's by sleeping like 4 or 5 hours
Yeah,
or
I
something?
can sleep 4 to 5 hours.
and,
yeah,
and make it through the day and do shit.
That's
yeah,
what I
can.
live on. But I'm not. The thing
I
is
see.
about,
I wouldn't function. That's my problem.
neither.
well, I'm not. The thing is with Lynn, she's like working out, and I just am stupid, and I'll be like, oh, it's 3 a.m. I'm up. Okay,
I'll go take a nap.
I have to be up. at 8. So
I might as
guess
well
it's
take a
fine.
nap now.
Yeah. Well, how much do you sleep?
I need like 7-8 hours at least. At least.
I like
I try and calculate based on like what time I have to get up. I'm like, okay, if I go to sleep now, I'll get at least 8 hours.
Oh,
or
I do that too,
whatever.
but
But-
the internet's there and Netflix
Yeah.
is there. I never go to bed before like 1 a.m. It's weird.
I go to bed at midnight.
Well, I don't either, but I don't
need-
have to be up till 9.
I need
so.
a minimum of 8 hours sleep just to function.
Right?
I am not
and
I'm-
some time in the morning.
I am not a
Don't
morning
talk to her
person.
until afternoon time.
Are
don't
you-
ever call me before 10 a.m. Ever. That's the rule.
ever.
Ever. My mom, I was
Sometimes
living
I
in-
send you a text and I'm just I send it knowing like it's okay. She could just look at this when
I
when
get
it's
angry
10
at that
o'clock.
text when I see
you
it. I
don't
want you to
you
know
don't
that.
have to reply.
I don't.
I feel like it's like an email. Like you can just sit there and wait until the time is right for
I
you.
don't
It's
like
okay.
people communicating with me before 10 a.m. I'll give you the perfect story.
Tell me.
9/11.
Oh. Oh shit.
I was actually supposed to travel. I was living in Arizona at my parents' house at the time, and I was supposed to travel to New York City on September 13th. And then, or excuse me, 9/11, 12. I was supposed to go on the 12th. And
you just count.
I did.
1 digit. Okay, she's
I'm
doesn't have slanty eyes. She's not good at math.
Oh my god.
so racist. Jesus.
I didn't catch that on camera because you just sort of like shouted over. So no one knows if you said it. Maybe.
Oh my God.
Maybe Becky said it.
No. What? What? No.
Becky said it.
Oh, great.
Racist.
Okay.
Awesome. Everybody's
So,
gonna jump down my
it's-
throat now.
It's 9/11. It's the morning, and I'm asleep in my room, and nobody in my family will talk to me. They won't even acknowledge I exist before I acknowledge them because I'm just not a nice person. I try really hard, but I'm not. And
At least you admit it. That's the first step.
I hear my mom on the phone with one of my friends, and she's like, "Look, I know, but I'm not going in there. If you want to talk to her, I'll throw the phone in, but I'm not going in."
It's that serious.
So I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" And I walk out. My mom was just like, "Here," and like walked away from me.
What do you do to them when you wake up? Do you
I'm just like, "Rah!"
I hear you. I hear you currently have a very morning
Yeah,
person-ish
so,
house guest.
Let me finish this story, then I'll tell you
Oh,
about
okay.
him.
All right.
Oh,
There's more to this.
well, yeah. So then my friend was just like, "New York's gone," and my brain's not working. I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "It's gone. New York's gone."
So dramatic.
Yeah. Anyway.
Is that how you took it? Is that how?
Well, I was like, what? She was like, just turn on the TV. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, 10th Planet Lombard coach and his wife and their baby are staying at my house right now, and he is a morning person, fucking Omar Ocasio. And I'm like, stop talking to me, because he's like this in the morning. Hey, what's up? What's going on? You want to go do this? And I'm like,
go away.
And then the baby's a morning person.
Go away.
Too.
and well, luckily that baby is super adorable, but he is a morning person.
He totally is. He wakes up and he's like all happy and stuff. I'm like, whoa,
Like,
that's,
how are you
this
so
is-
happy?
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
I
I
wake
was-
up from a nap and I'm like, what's going on? Where
am I? What time is it?
I have like
You
anxiety
see
when
those
I wake up
memes
from
where
a
people
nap.
are like dogs when they wake up from a nap. They're like,
That's me. That's
too.
me.
You wake
Yeah.
up like 4 days later, like, what happened? That happens to me.
okay, so
Was that
you
like
don't
a-
sleep, you just take naps. What time are
Well,
you
no,
up
I
in the
sleep.
morning?
Well, it depends. I just recently moved a little bit closer to my school, but before I used to wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then just because traffic, I'd have to drive. Like I'd have to leave my house by 4:30 or 5 in the morning to get to school by
That's
7.
Where
disgusting.
are you going to school?
In Anaheim.
So now you live closer to Anaheim.
She's in Anaheim now.
You are in Anaheim.
Yeah, and so now I get to wake up at like 6, and it's awesome.
Oh, geez,
Oh,
the sleeping
fantastic.
in. Wow,
Great.
That's amazing.
so it's
Yeah.
so amazing.
It's
I love
like
God.
a different world. Yeah.
God, everybody should be jealous
know.
now. She gets to sleep till
Lazy
6
ass.
It makes a difference, though.
it. Huge.
Yeah.
Just not
Well,
driving
yeah,
in
the
traffic,
3
too.
hours, yes, but still 6.
Yeah, or those are like 3 hours that I study too.
So how are you going to balance now training that for EBI 9, which is on November 6th, and going to school 30 hours a week?
I just have to do it. I feel like I have no choice, you know, like it's 1 month, a little bit more than a month of just grinding my ass off. And like, it's not like I knew that EBI was in the horizon. I knew that it was coming, but like I was kind of timid just because, you know, my schedule is so busy and from school, and it's really stressful because I'm just like, those 30 hours are just, it's just time that I'm in school. It's
Right.
not counting the time that I'm studying. It's not counting the time that I'm doing homework. It's not counting the time that I have to like practice skills, you know?
Right.
So it is like my time is really, really like it's not very available. But for EBI, I just told myself like this is an opportunity, but a lot of people I feel like have a misconception of what opportunity really is. Like to me, if I'm working hard and someone gives me an opportunity, I'm like, fuck, now I have to work harder.
Right.
Because now I can't pass this opportunity up. Like Eddie Bravo asked you to be an EBI, like how can you
can't say
how
no
can
to
you
that.
say
Yeah.
no to that?
No,
You have to
right.
say yes, and like no matter what, like whatever the situation is, you're always going to have excuses. So my excuse can be, you know, I'm tired all the time, or I have to study, I have school, like, but it's either you do it or you don't. Like I feel like timing's never ever perfect, so you
Right.
just have to rise to the occasion, you know.
Yeah.
And so fuck it, like we have a month to grind out, and I'm just gonna do it.
So
Nice.
what's changing in your training? Like what are you doing different to prepare for this?
Well, Marvin Castell and Carlos Guyton,
Shark bait.
yeah, they're gonna Shark Tank the shit out of me.
Nice.
You will be the shark bait.
I will be the shark bait. I will be the shark bait. He's already talking about like getting a whole crew together with his privates and with the girls too, and like hitting us up, and then we're gonna do EBI rounds probably. We're gonna do a lot of leg lock drills and just a lot of Shark Tank, but mostly like I'm worried about I want to make sure my cardio is on point.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so I need to make sure I'm getting my rolling in, but mostly with drilling too, just make sure my technique is perfect to finish for
Yeah.
finishes. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
You've got a tough match coming up in that
Yeah.
match. It's against, has it been
Colleen.
announced yet?
I think I don't
saw
know.
it.
I don't know if it's truly official yet, but
Oh.
Okay.
Is it?
I know I
don't
saw
That's why
saw
I'm asking.
something
I don't know.
posted, not
I feel like I
necessarily.
might even know less than you guys.
I mean,
so
I
don't
saw it
know.
posted the other day, but it wasn't necessarily.
Who posted it?
Marvin. Marvin posted the
Oh,
name. So I don't
Marvin.
know. Yeah, so I don't know how official.
There's no like flyer for it yet or anything, so
All right. You
Well,
have a
she's-
tough opponent coming up.
yeah. Well, either way, I will have a tough component, and either way, I will try to be ready for
Yes.
whichever.
Well, this opponent is preparing right this week for another event, so
No,
maybe
she's
after
not.
that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I don't know things.
what are you going to school for?
So,
What are you going to school for?
For nursing, I
What
have
do
my
you want to do with that nursing degree?
be a nurse.
Really? No, I mean, do you know what what field you want to go in as far as that's
Yeah.
not the right
Field is
phrasing,
right.
or what type of nurse do you want to be?
I'm not too sure. I really like there's because in the field of nursing, there's so much that you can do. Really, like you can become an educator. You can like teach people. You can like drive door to door to people and like drop off their meds and make sure that they take their medication, or you know, you can like work in the hospital. But I think I really like working in the hospital. As far as department wise, I'm not too sure. I was thinking I wanted to do pediatrics, but kids,
that's gotta be hard.
Sick kids, and then worried parents doesn't really sound like that. Seems like
that
mess
sounds
up
like
a lot of
mess up
mental.
my vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds really tough mentally.
And
not that you're not tough mentally, obviously, but
But then nurses have to do like not the worst part, but the part that's like the kids hate the most.
yeah.
So it's not like you get to come in as the doctor and just quick in and out like the
because the nurse is the one that comes in and like, let's give you a shot now. Let's give you all the things.
Let's put the thing down your throat. Let's stick the thing up your nose.
Take this pill. Let's
Yeah.
So that would be.
But I think probably the ICU, like something a little bit more high up there.
All right.
Just
Wow.
working.
Has anything ever happened at like jiu-jitsu where you knew like, oh, I need to brace the arm, and like have you helped with any injuries at jiu-jitsu?
Actually at EBI trials.
Tell the story. Yeah.
It was, I don't know, a few months ago, and then somebody had like popped their rib in the middle of a match. It was like his collarbone.
Yeah.
And then Eddie like turns around and he looks at me. He's like, "Lynn, aren't you a nurse?" I was like, "I'm in school."
I'm surprised he didn't turn around and say, "Aren't you a doctor or something?"
I was like, "Oh, I'm in school," and they're like, "Well, like, are you gonna help
Close
him?" And I was
enough.
just like, "Well, I feel like there's not too much that like, because he just popped his rib, and there wasn't like too much I
There's
can do.
nothing
I
you
just
can do about
can
that,
just ice it just to reduce the inflammation, to like reduce the damage to the area. So I just got him some ice and like made sure that he was like icing it every 20 minutes or whatever, but it wasn't like anything too serious. Nothing that I had, like, nobody in jiu-jitsu has gone to cardiac arrest yet and had to do CPR on them.
So, we talk about how everybody's journey through jiu-jitsu is different. Mine has been obviously much longer than yours. Becky's was a little bit longer than that, or longer than yours to her purple belt. What has been your experience? Do you feel like there's more pressure, like people expect more of you because you have advanced so quickly? Do you think I just kind of want to hear what your perspective is on your specific journey.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel like that's a really good question, because I do feel like I struggle with that a lot, where like I feel like I have a lot of pressure on me, right? And it's from training or it's from winning so much. And it's not, I don't train to win. I never train to win. It's not, I don't train to get a shiny gold medal. I don't train to get into EBI. I don't train to, even, get to do cool things like be on this podcast,
Oh, thanks.
But I feel like I trained because I loved it, and then it came along, but then I don't know how to slow down.
Yeah.
And so I'm just kind of taking everything as it's coming. But like yesterday I had a really hard day where I went to open mat at Costa Mesa, and then I went to Ramey's leg lock class at 2:00 at HQ. Mm-hmm. And so it was kind of basically 2 a day in the leg lock class at
so
HQ.
jealous.
It was we were drilling, Marvin sitting there and coaching me the whole time, telling me like, never do that, like, no. Ooh. Just telling me, and I'm just like, my feelings are so hurt. And there was one last drill, like I was about to cry, I couldn't handle it, so I just like ran off the mats and I just went into the shower and I just cried a little bit, and then I stopped, and then I was okay, because
it must
so
be
much
a lot
pressure.
of pressure. Yeah.
And just from school too, and it's just, it gets really hard. But I don't know, I don't really know what else to do other than like
just keep pushing,
because
either
you keep pushing or you're gonna fall behind, or I know myself that I'm gonna be really disappointed in myself if I don't do the things that I set my goals out to be.
Have you had time to think about what you want your career in jiu-jitsu to look like? Have you had time to think like, oh, someday I want to open a school, or at some point I want to travel around and do seminars, or I want to do XYZ?
Oh, for jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
No, I'm not too sure. I would love, I think everyone's goal is to travel around and do seminars for jiu-jitsu, which I would love, like
traveling jiu-jitsu nurse.
Yeah, right. Traveling jiu-jitsu nurse. That would be something, huh?
I'll be the first.
Like, I'll break your knee and then I'll ice it.
And then I'll fix it for you.
I carry my own ice packs. I'm a jiu-jitsu nurse.
You should trust me.
We break them, fix them.
There's your slogan. Got it.
No, but I feel like with as far as jiu-jitsu, because obviously school is 100% number one. My priority is like my career is going to be number one. As far as nursing is going to be my number one priority, but jiu-jitsu is not far behind at all.
Sure.
So
And where are you at in school? Are you almost done? Have you just
like
begun?
a year and a half left.
Okay.
So I'm like a little bit halfway through. A little bit, a little less than halfway through. But jiu-jitsu, I would love to travel and love to do seminars because that sounds like something fun. It's like vacation,
Traincation.
Traincation. But as far as opening up my own gym, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, well, I haven't really experienced coaching that much or like teaching a class. I've taught a few classes, but not really like that. And I can't imagine how hard it is to teach somebody.
Teaching's a
You
different
mean like
monster for
teaching
sure.
like on the daily like that versus like going to a seminar and you do like
I'm a little too selfish right now to think about
That makes sense.
teaching
You got to
somebody every
focus
day.
on your own career.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, and there's so much to learn in jiu-jitsu. You have advanced, but I imagine, I roll with you. I know that you're really good at a lot of things. But I imagine that because it's been such a short time, you're really good at your toolbox, but it's pretty specific. Like I don't want to say that because I don't. There's a million things to learn in jiu-jitsu.
Right.
And there's still so much to learn. So you do have to focus on yourself right now because it's been such a speedy progress that like you're going like this and just putting things in your basket. You know what I mean? You haven't really had time to sit there and like dissect them and break them down. Your body just does them really well. That doesn't mean you've had all this time to break them down into really specific ways to
you need
teach.
all that. Yeah,
because
exactly.
teaching is breaking it down in a different way than doing it for yourself. We had this conversation. Somebody was talking about another guy that we roll with, very complimentary, but he was like, "Oh, he's really instinctive. I don't know if he can necessarily teach somebody what he does, but he's incredibly instinctive, and so that's a different way to be than somebody who's super methodical and like step by step by step by step.
Yeah. Right.
So you might be somewhere in between that process, trying to figure out what your breaking down process is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Because even in like if you look at any other sports, like a lot of basketball or football, like all the coaches that are amazing coaches, they were never amazing athletes.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the same for jiu-jitsu because it's a
think it
martial
can
art
be.
versus
Yeah.
a sport like that. But
I think everybody internalizes and comprehends things differently. Sometimes people can
Just the same way as
understand a
everyone learns
concept.
differently.
I think somebody can understand and break down a concept, and somebody can just get it, and maybe that person can't do both. I don't know.
I mean, I've had situations where somebody's teaching me something. I'll have a coach that's been teaching me something, and then all of a sudden someone else does it.
Yeah.
And something clicks in something the way they did it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
now I get it.
That's why it's awesome to train with so many different people and be exposed to so many different high-level people that have different styles and different ways of even just explaining a move to you.
Do you ever like take notes?
I have a notebook.
How does that?
Do you have a diary?
I do have a diary.
How
I
do
write
you
down.
do it?
I don't have it with me.
Dear
It's fine.
Jiu-Jitsu
It's okay.
diary.
Just Dear Jiu-Jitsu.
Dear Jiu-Jitsu, today I leg locked or I heel hooked no, I'm just kidding. No, it's more of like just little reminders of myself. Like if we're working on X guard that day, like where should I be putting my pressure to, and like what the goal is to get them to do, and like what kind of reaction. So like, and then that's actually how my journal started, is kind of like details of moves, and then it started turning into kind of like more of like a web.
Yeah.
Of like where we will start. So like we can start from
Like transition?
Yeah,
type thing?
transition. So like we can start from let's say like a rolling Kimura. Then like from the rolling Kimura I would draw like you can go to the crucifix, you can take their back, you can take an arm bar, you can take an ultra Kimura, you can take a regular Kimura.
Right.
You know, and then
I'm gonna
and
write
it
this
just-
down
it just-
because
Right.
then I'm hoping that I'll turn into
Like, do you
her with the
actually make
Kimura.
Do you
It
take a
just
flow chart?
extends.
Do you make a flow
Yeah,
chart?
it's kind of like a flow chart because
Ah.
I feel like in jiu-jitsu, like you're just like, if you were to imagine a huge web and you're a spider, I know it sounds like really, but okay, so
We
you're a
train
spider.
at 10th planet.
Yeah.
Nothing sounds weird to us.
So you're a spider, and then you build this huge web, right, of what your jiu-jitsu moves can be. So you start at one end, and let's say, you know, at the whatever end is a submission, or in between is a submission. So like you go to this one place and it's not working, then you build another place and you goes here, and it has to all connect somehow, you know, so that you can end up in one in the goal.
But there's
is a
also
submission.
many different paths.
Yeah,
to
but
get
there's
to that.
many different paths, and
get
you need
there.
to know your paths.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what jiu-jitsu should be about, is to like, you shouldn't be in a move, like you shouldn't have somebody's arm and be like, oh shit, they're not letting me armbar them, like I feel stuck.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't feel stuck. You should know like your paths to go to somewhere else.
So is that what you do? You're like, okay, so if I get here and then they put their hand here and block this, then I have this option.
Then you have
so you just make it up.
Options.
You just sit at home and be like, what if they grab my left ankle?
I'm sure it's stuff that comes up in training.
Mm-hmm. It comes up in training, and then Marvin, who's a brown belt, he basically, I feel like he's giving me and Carlos a cheat code, where like he teaches us, you know, like these are your routes. These are your reactions that you want to do when when the person does this.
Yeah.
So he's been really helping me with like making my routes, and then of course like we like put our own spin on it, because everyone's jiu-jitsu is different.
Everybody does that.
Yeah, everybody's body's different. You have to do it. For
I just
body.
started my notebook, but it's funny because it kind of started the same way, I guess, as yours. Like right now it's more based on the being able to teach idea. Is, you know, it's got the breakdown of like certain paths to a position or a submission, and then I'm trying to break it down by like, this is why I need to get here. Like, you know, one of the steps is, you know, what's this position doing for me while I'm here? Oh, well, this is, you know, keeping something isolated, or it's, you know, getting something where it needs to be or whatever. So, but right now I'm still on the steps to.
I like the flow chart idea.
I do.
Because I take notes. Sometimes people that I've rolled with, I'll like message them. I'll be like, hey, do you remember exactly what you tapped me out with last night? And they're like, yeah, I got you with the heel hook. And I'm like, yeah, but specifically,
how'd you get there?
How did you get there, and what did you do? And they're like,
what did I do that made you all the moves? What did I do that made it, you know?
Yeah.
So
I like the flowchart idea. I think I might start using that. That's cool.
Yeah, and it saves more time too.
Sounds like it.
Writing down a lot of the notes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for different reasons. I think that the flow chart is for yourself, and I mean, and for other people, you can teach them how to get to certain things, and then the breakdown is for.
Does it have to do with your nerves in a way? Like, if you can spend all this time being like, okay, if this happens, I'll do this, and then it happens in a competition, does it help you not freak out? Like, you just know what you already know what you're going to do, essentially?
Well, for competition, I feel like it's different, because in competition, when I feel like you get to the competition day, it's 100% nerves. It has 100% to do with mental, right? It doesn't matter how much you train, how much you're going to train the next day, because that's irrelevant. It doesn't matter what's going to happen in the competition, because you don't know what's going to happen in the competition. It's like you have to know your routes, and you have to be confident in your game, and it's 100%. Like, I think on competition day, it's about confidence. It's about mentality, and somebody, I think one of the brown belts from Costa Mesa, and he also teaches at Buena Park, he said that confidence stems from training.
Right.
So
the more you train,
the more confident you'll be. So
that
like
makes sense.
you gain confidence from having your cardio right, from drilling right, from like eating right, and you know. So like, I think preparing for all of those for competition really helps. I don't know if that really answered this question.
I mean, the reps are always going to ingrain things in your head more, so that when you are nervous and when all that, or even writing it down. They say writing things down helps you memorize things, so you have those flows and you go over them, that the day the competition is there, and nerves or adrenaline, whatever is kicking in, that is somehow ingrained in your head enough that you can get through the adrenaline and the nerves and still remember, like, oh, there's this path. Oh, I can go here. I can go there.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's your diet like?
Oh, my diet.
Have you entered competition diet?
Yeah.
Have you entered competition diet yet, or are you just getting started?
I'm getting started. I feel like I do really well. I have, I'm not consistent, but everything in life, it should be about consistency. That's how you become successful, right? But so it's funny because I got really ready for Taps for Taps. Like, I was eating super right, eating really well, training super hard, and then after Taps for Taps, I gained like 10 pounds in like 2 weeks.
Give me everything.
I gained like 10 pounds in 2 weeks. I was eating like so much fast food, and then I started getting addicted to fast food.
It is addicting.
So good, right? And you just like crave it all the time.
Would you like to supersize that? Yes, I would.
Yeah, you know what? Can you double supersize? Is that a thing?
Can I have 3? Is that okay?
All supersized.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks.
And then And then I did Worlds, and then I was just not like in shape for Worlds at all, like feeling so large and in charge.
Damn,
but
you
not really in
out.
charge. Just large.
Large, and I should have been in charge, but I wasn't, so I was just large.
Large and just kind
Large
of there.
and sad. But yeah,
we-
I'm getting back on my diet.
It's
now.
weird how just like those few pounds can make a difference.
It
though.
does.
Like for me, there's like a 8-pound range where if I'm like about 8 pounds heavier, I just don't feel like myself. I feel like I'm slumpy
I've
and
been feeling like that for years.
But like, but training wise, I feel like I just don't do as well as if I'm like the 8 pounds less.
No, totally.
But
It
it's
makes
not even
sense.
that big of a difference, though. I feel like it shouldn't be that.
I don't know. I've been struggling with my weight for a long time, and I certainly, I don't even know if it's energy wise or just like in my head.
Yeah.
Like even just a couple pounds makes a big difference in how I'm feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
But you felt that.
while we're on diets, you know what I
Please.
really want to talk about is the ketogenic diet. You guys have heard of it, right?
Of course we have.
Of
What
course.
do you have a big opinion on this?
I have.
Just to warn you, people with big strong opinions on diets on this show, people tend to write in about it, just so you know.
Okay. Well, no, that's
Well,
fine.
it depends on what she has to say about it, too.
It's not necessarily an opinion. Oh, I guess it is an opinion.
Well, you
but
are
it's- I'm not-
almost a medical professional.
Yeah. So like I'm going to give you guys my medical
Please.
professional opinion on the ketogenic diet.
Go.
But not because like I feel like the best way for anyone to make their own decision and make a good decision, especially about their body, is to be educated.
For sure.
So what I'm trying to do is arm you guys with the education to make the decision on whether or not you want to do the ketogenic diet or not.
Look, this podcast is a wide open forum. You say what the hell you want to say,
Right?
Lynn.
The views and opinions expressed by
Not necessarily, but might reflect Matt Therapy.
may or may not.
Okay, so the ketogenic diet is essentially I don't really know too much about it, but essentially you are having your body run off of fats and proteins,
Yes.
right? And you're cutting out glucose or cutting out carbs out of your diet.
Yes.
But so the thing with that is your body runs off of 3 things. You have your glucose, your protein, and your fats.
Mm-hmm.
And your glucose is your main source of energy. Your body prefers to use it because there's a reason why. Because there's less of a trade-off, right? Everything in this world is literally about trade-offs. Nothing is free. For every, like, just a simple law of physics is that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Correct.
So everything has a trade-off. So you want to use glucose as an energy source, you know, and because it's the best one to have, and then you have your protein, you have your fats. So in the ketogenic diet, you cut out your glucose, so your body starts going through this process called ketosis, and hence the ketogenic diet. So your body starts breaking down fat to use as energy, and it doesn't make glucose out of this fat, it makes ketones. So it's great if you want to eat
Sour cream and
eat sour cream with bacon and chocolate covered bacon or whatever. And
chocolate covered
and you'll
bacon?
look-
What?
I
did not know that was an option.
And Donna sold.
I don't care about the bacon, just the chocolate.
So so the trade-off of eating bacon and looking skinny or eating bacon and losing weight is that when your body is making ketones, it's also making a byproduct called keto acids.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So and you can go through this really dangerous this really dangerous process called ketoacidosis, where your body is just way too acidic. So the problem with your body being too acidic is our body is 100% run off of like chemical reactions, enzymes, and proteins, and and so the 2 modulators that proteins run off of or enzymes run off of are temperature, which is why you never really want anyone getting too cold or too hot, right? Because it's going to destroy your proteins and they're no longer working. So that's why you don't want anyone getting a fever. If their fever is too high, then their organs start failing.
Okay.
Right.
Or you can go through and the second modulator is pH, so acidity. So you don't want your body getting too acidic in the same aspect of not getting too hot, because your proteins will start to denature and they won't work anymore.
Okay.
So if your body is getting too acidic, you can literally, and from the keto diet, you're making so many you're making so many keto acids that you can head into renal failure, into kidney failure.
No kidding.
And as soon as your kidneys start failing, like you can have respiratory use. It's connected to every single organ in your body. It's like your kidneys are the prima donnas of your whole entire body. So once your kidneys start messing up, like everything in your body starts messing up. And also the thing with your kidney cells is once they die, like they're not one of the cells that really regenerate really fast.
They
like
don't?
No,
Okay.
not like your skin cells or anything
Or
like
your
that.
liver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So, it's just really dangerous for athletes, I feel like, especially jiu-jitsu athletes, to go into this keto diet because you're training, let's say, even if you're an average jiu-jitsu person, you're training like 3 to 5 days a week, right? And what other acid are you making when you're using your muscles is you're using, or the other acid that you're making when you're using your muscles is lactic acid,
right? Yeah.
Right. So you're making 2 different types of acid at probably a more, like a faster pace than your body can flush out. And then on top of that, like, maybe you're not drinking enough water and then to flush out the acids, and it's even more dangerous, you know? So I just feel
really
like,
interesting.
yeah, it's hard to say that any one single diet is particularly good for everybody. You know what I mean? Because not
everybody's body works differently.
Everybody's
Yeah.
body works different, and everybody lives a different lifestyle.
Sure, because I'm sure there's some people that are like, the keto diet is the best diet for me and my
Like,
body.
look at how
and
shredded I am.
Yeah,
Like,
no, and I'm sure that counts for them. Just like some people can work off of 4 hours of sleep, and some people need like 10 hours of sleep.
Right.
Not everybody's body can be the same. Absolutely.
yeah, and it's, your body might be looking good, but how is your body looking on the inside? How are your kidneys functioning? What's your acidity level like? You know,
Wow.
you hear a lot of people talk about alkaline water.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why they're trying to push alkaline water, is to balance out the pH of your body.
Actually do. I can feel
But
the
I don't-
difference in my body when I drink it. Without I'm not like looking for it, like, ooh, but I drink it and I'm like, oh, wow, that's interesting. I have a little more energy. Things are moving along. You know what I mean?
I haven't tested it out
Yeah.
enough to know if there's
It's
any
a
difference.
slight difference. I wouldn't say it's like not the same as drinking caffeine by any means, but I've noticed a difference when I drank it.
Yeah.
I was under the impression originally that was the keto diet was one that you do if for a short period of time.
Yeah.
It's not like
It's not meant to be sustained, right?
Yeah.
Unless you have epilepsy,
my
right?
understanding. I don't know if that's
I'm not sure.
I believe
about that.
it's a treatment for epilepsy, at least for children. Yeah, I've read a little bit about it, and I know it's treated. It's used as treatment for certain things, but I'm not. I'm not an expert. I'm not gonna throw any information out there because I don't know enough. So that's really interesting. What are you learning in your studies that is the best way for an athlete, an average, like on average, what's the best way for an athlete to eat?
The best way for an athlete to eat, I mean, I don't really do it all the time because I just told you guys my whole binge about fast food. But ideally, I think if it grows in the ground, if it has a face, then you're okay to eat it.
Okay.
You know, if you know, potatoes, if you need starch, rice, whatever, like those are okay, and everything in moderation. If you want pizza, like have a pizza. Don't eat a whole
we
pizza.
had
Don't
pizza
even-
this weekend.
Don't even eat like half a pizza. Eat like 2 slices of pizza, you know? And if
so that whole personal pizza I ate yesterday, not
Probably
too
not.
much? Okay.
I had
Personal pizza
I had
doesn't
pizza
count.
yesterday too.
Personal pizza is like
It was Lila's
3
fault. It was her
slices.
birthday, and we had pizza for
It was
it.
a good size.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like it was good.
It's okay. You looked good
Sure.
this morning.
You just
I
can't do
thought
that
you looked
every
lean
day.
This morning when you walked in.
Oh,
so
thanks.
it must have been the pizza.
Have you been eating pizza? You look fantastic.
Why can't that just be true? Like,
Right?
why can't we just eat pizza?
That's what I kept
and-
telling her. I was like, why can't everything be as easy as gaining weight?
Right? Seriously. Honestly,
Trade-offs.
You know what? I'm not even
Right.
kidding, and I know everybody who loves food is gonna be like, "Fuck you, Donna. That's not." I wish there was a pill that here's your proper nutrition. Take
Yeah.
it. I'd be like, thanks. Never gonna eat again.
Yeah, like, do I have to eat these vegetables? Can I just take a multivitamin and call it a
No,
day?
no, I mean, like, you don't have to eat, period. Like, if
Oh.
you just, like, here's your pill that's going to give you
all of your nutrition, all your
and you
proteins,
just
all
have-
your everything.
Maybe because it's the lazy way out. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds awesome.
I won't even make you hungry.
Yeah. I'm like, just give me that, and then I don't have to think about it, and then perfect nutrition.
Listen, I do jiu-jitsu partially so that I don't have to worry too much about it, so that I can eat the cookie dough sometimes and the pizza.
Hey, what's up with
Yeah.
that protein cookie dough? Didn't you send me a link one day that there's like a
You sent it to me.
I sent it to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's like
my memory is not the best either.
it's like a supplement company that makes a cookie dough, and it's got like protein and shit in it,
really?
and it's like like there's
Oh,
no
that's
eggs
right.
in
I
it.
was like, look at this. We need to figure this out.
they never emailed me back.
Oh,
Bastards.
Haters.
We were going to
haters.
talk to them on Matt Therapy, so there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then sugar intake too. I really, whenever I'm dieting, I try to really watch out for my
Yeah,
sugar
sugar's not
intake.
good.
That's a hard one.
Sugar is really hard because you never. Okay, so what I think people don't really know is that you're only supposed to have like, I think 26 to 32 grams of sugar a day,
which is like nothing.
Which is literally nothing. You know,
more
one
of
can
that in my
one can
coffee.
of soda. Yeah, one can of soda has like 34 grams of sugar, 36 grams of sugar.
Oh, I might not be so bad then.
So that's one daily serving of sugar.
How much does the chocolate chip cookie have?
I don't know. How many does 10 have? I don't know. I only eat them in amounts of 10.
You can eat just one. I didn't know they came that way.
Yeah, if I'm like gonna go down that
It's
road,
all or
I don't
nothing.
even care anymore. I'm just like, I just want to be happy.
How many grams of sugar do you think were in those chocolate chip toffee cookies?
Dude, she brought these chocolate chip cookies over to my house. They were, first of all, they were giant. They were like the size of, like, they were like this. And she's like, those are chocolate chip toffee cookies. They were ridiculous.
and they're from Bristol
So
Farms,
good.
which apparently makes nothing bad.
Yeah.
It was. I
Yeah.
I had 3 of those.
It was
like
full.
I had 3 of those cookies.
Yeah.
The ones the size of her face. I had 3 of them.
It's like a Whole Foods kind of situation.
Yeah,
where there's
it's exactly
like
that,
Nothing is
yeah.
bad. Everything's good there.
It was So anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway.
so I am still trying to. I'm curious about eating. I have not read into this, so this is completely. I have no opinions on this, but I'm curious about this whole eating based on your blood type.
I've read the book.
I need to read
Sounds
that.
like so much effort.
Is there- I know.
There's a lot of effort, and
I feel like
I
it
think
makes
all of it's
sense to
just-
me. I feel like
yeah. I mean, but there's
Without knowing anything about
there's
it.
so many millions of diets out there. There's you could do the Mediterranean diet, or you could do the Asian.
I think
diet.
if it
you know
has-
what I mean, like
I think if it has a name, if you've named the type of diet, it's kind of
Right.
like, all right, you're
well,
Yeah.
isn't the
stop.
keto
Like,
diet
there's-
just a repackaged Atkins diet?
Yeah,
what
but
it
don't
seems
you
like,
remember there
ish.
wasn't there? I don't remember because I was kind of younger.
Yeah, but
wasn't
Atkins,
there
you
an
did it
issue
for like
with-
a period of time, and then you and
Oh,
then
it
you
was a
started
cycle?
including other shit, and then I think so. I'm
But
pretty sure.
weren't people getting really sick from
Yeah.
the Atkins diet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how many people are going to get sick from
I
the keto
can't
diet.
imagine
Yeah.
why eating bacon
Yeah.
all the time would make somebody.
It's
Well,
too.
I
It's
just
too
keep-
easy.
My-
It's too easy. You want to lose weight, you just have to like eat like vegetables. Vegetables suck, but
Yeah.
you got to do it. Like I eat seaweed salads when I want to lose weight, and I'm just like so mad at it.
Seaweed salad is delicious. What are you talking about?
Stupid salads.
Oh, I thought you said seaweed salad.
Stupid
Seaweed
salads.
salads are yum.
Stupid salads, as in like salads with like
lemon.
yeah,
like
with,
use lemon
no,
dressing.
no dressing sometimes.
Fuck.
That's a stupid salad.
My other first thought with the keto diet when I first heard about it was people's cholesterol.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just clogging. Like, aren't you eventually just gonna have like your arteries just?
We should
Yeah,
get a
I'd
nutritionist
imagine-
on here
I'd
to
imagine
talk to us about
so.
all the diets. That'd be
should.
awesome.
Yeah.
What are you
yeah,
doing
that
for
was
strength?
my
Okay.
thought. So, anyway, go.
Sorry. No, I'm trying to get information on Lynn. Jeez.
Okay.
What are you doing for strength and conditioning? Because I see pictures of you doing interesting things.
And videos.
Yeah.
For
Videos.
for strength and conditioning, I train at the Rugby Training Academy in Irvine.
That's why rugby.
Well, it's just my one of my friends who's a trainer and he sponsors me. He trains there, so then he's training me too. But actually, also Chris Cyborg trains there too.
I don't care what anybody says. I love Chris
badass.
Cyborg. She's a badass, and I'm a
She's
fan.
badass.
Keep your opinions to yourself. She's awesome.
But yeah,
People
she
can
trains.
have
she
their
trains there,
opinions,
too, and
Donna.
Yeah, you can have them. I don't care about them. All right.
But yeah, she trains there, and then her trainer has been like teaching my trainer a lot of groundwork for us to work on.
That's cool.
So it's been really helpful, and he kicks my ass every time.
I want to come work out with you. That
Yeah, you guys.
fun.
Yeah,
Let's take a trip down there.
Let's do it.
it'll be fun.
Do it. Matt Therapy Gym Storm.
Gym. We can go strength and conditioning workout, and then we can go to like open mat or something.
Yeah.
Or we can
I
go
feel
to-
like after the strength and
Yeah,
conditioning, I will not be able to function.
Okay, we can just go get ice cream then.
That sounds like a much better
We
idea.
destroy all the work we just did.
Yes.
That's what I'm about.
Pizza and ice cream.
So how did EBI 9 come about?
EBI 9. So I guess actually Eddie, he just sent me a text and was just like, "Do you want to do EBI 9 against I think the first opponent, but I don't remember her name." And then I just kind of like looked at my phone and like put it down, like face down. I was just like,
That's not a real text. I'm
No.
not gonna put
put
that
it a little bit away from me, and I was like, I'll look at that later. I was like in class,
You're
and I was like,
I can't process this
don't-
right now.
I can't handle this right now. But Eddie just sent me a text, and then later on when I saw him in class, he just told me that originally he would have had Liz Carmouche go on there just to see how far she can get with how many opponents he throws at her. But then she has a fight coming up.
With the UFC,
and
and
I think
that contract might be just a little bit bigger.
Yeah. So,
EBI.
so then he was just like, yeah, and you're next. And I was just like, oh, cool.
Awesome.
Thanks, Eddie. Like, you know, thank you a lot. You know, I appreciate it. But fuck, now I have to work so hard. Now I have to actually diet.
What's the weight for the match?
145.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm about like 10 pounds. I'm not too worried about it. I compete at 145, 140 all the time.
Okay.
So
That's just eating clean and being there. It's not like you have to do what Cyborg did and get down to like
oh my gosh, I saw that
129
video.
or something.
That was crazy. Did you see that
She
video?
was
Her
like,
weight cut video?
wasn't it like 3 days before, or 2
Yeah,
or 3
and
days
she
before
was-
she was still 20 pounds
she's
up?
hardcore.
Oh
man.
my god.
Yeah. Could you imagine on a woman's body? Like guys can lose water weight so much easier than women.
You heard me after the last weight cut. Can you imagine if I had to do more than...
She was like, I'm so hungry.
She called me in the, like, it was the same day that I had to go weigh in. I still had a few hours, and I literally that day had like, I think I had that much coffee, because otherwise, like,
Yeah.
and I was babying a Greek yogurt that I was eating it with a fork, so I couldn't pick up that much, and I was like,
She was so angry.
So good.
and I'm laying on my couch at home because I'm like, all right, I'm already at weight. I just have to stay here now. I just can't eat or do anything until I get on that scale. And my phone rings. She's calling me, and I pick it up, and I'm like, hello? She's like, what are you doing? And I was like,
Just crying.
And all the way down away, and she's like, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat In and Out after this. I'm
Yeah.
I'm going. You can't stop me.
I told so many people that I tell them, I'm like, I'm going straight to In and Out. They're like, no, don't do that to you.
That's
don't
actually
do
my
that to
choice,
yourself.
too.
And I was like, go fuck yourself. I'm going there.
She's like, I'm doing it, and you can't stop me.
Don't tell me not to go to In and Out after a weight cut. Go no.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. That's my story.
That's awesome. Hey Bex, you got any shout outs today?
I do. SD Ray Ray on Instagram. I'm assuming your name is Ray Ray, and I'm gonna assume you might be from San Diego. I don't know, but hey, thanks for listening. What up? All our homies over at 10th Planet Lombard that listen in, even though your coach doesn't, because he made that very clear that he doesn't listen to us.
I don't even listen to you guys.
Thanks.
He's not going to hear this.
I'm
don't
glad.
worry.
Exactly.
I'm glad you're giving him a place to stay, but doesn't listen to us. Thanks. But I am gonna shout out his baby Caleb
Oh, he's the cutest.
so
because he's my favorite.
He's such a
future little
flirt.
the happiest
jiu-jitsu.
little flirty baby.
Oh
Totally.
Oh my god, the future.
Oh, and I heard that he loves you.
Mm-hmm.
They came
Oh,
home
really?
and Nikki was like, he loves Lynn.
It's the slanty
I was like,
eyes.
maybe he's got a type. That's what I said. I was like, maybe he's got a type. It's
slanty
okay.
eyes.
Everybody has a type. All good with having a type. Whatever your type is, you love the shit out of that type. That's it.
That's it.
All right, just
That's
checking.
it.
All right, I'm gonna bring the mood down just a little bit, and I'm sorry, but it's something that needs to be done. The 10th Planet and the jiu-jitsu community in general lost a sister this past weekend. Her name was Nicole Ozzy Osman, and do you have a picture to put up?
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Nicole Ozzy Osman. She was 23 years old. She lived in Ohio, and she took her own life. I don't know what she was going through, and I imagine it was more than she thought she could bear. So I want to honor her memory in two ways. I want to say that the cool thing about being a part of this community that we're in is it is a community. And, you know, I only met and rolled with Nicole once, but had she even just sent me a message and was like, I need to talk to somebody, I would have jumped on the phone with her. And so my message to everybody out there is, you are a part of this community. There are reasons to continue fighting through whatever it is you might be going through. And if you just reach out to one person that you've trained with, one person that you know in this community, one person that you think might talk to you in your moment of darkness, please just do that. Please just reach out and talk to one person and ask for one reason to keep fighting. And if you don't feel like you can talk to somebody in your life, call the National Suicide Hotline. The number's 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-TALK, or you can go to suicidepreventionlifeline.org, and somebody will talk to you or send you in the right direction, or please just reach out to one of your training partners. I can't imagine there's anybody in our community that would turn somebody away if they said they needed to talk. So rest in peace, Nicole. We hope you find some peace.
Yeah.
And to her family at Bethlehem too.
Absolutely.
Bethlehem.
Yeah.
I hope that they're all doing well, keeping their heads
Our
up.
condolences to all of her friends and family. It's horrible.
Definitely.
Okay, bringing it back up. If everybody wants to follow your journey and watch you prepare for EBI9, and obviously we're all going to watch you either on Fight Pass or be there cheering for you in person, how can people keep up with you?
Well, you can add me on Instagram. My Instagram is Lynn My Vuong just Lynn My Vuong.
And spell your last
that
name.
out.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Spell that
So
whole
it's
thing out.
Lynn Lynn My My and then Vuong Vuong.
Vuong.
Yeah,
Vuong is the,
It's actually
the
pronounced
right way,
Voon.
but us round eyes can't get that shit straight.
The
So
round
she
eyes.
says Vuong for us.
It's for you guys. I'm trying to accommodate you guys.
Thanks for accommodating all the round eyes. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. And you're on Facebook? Can people follow you on Facebook
I'm
too?
on Facebook. I don't have a fan page or anything, but I do have my personal Facebook, and that's just Lynn Vuong.
People can follow you and
Yeah.
stuff.
You
Cool.
can follow me on Facebook.
And
Fantastic.
you want to give a shout out to your sponsors and friends and everybody?
Yeah. My sponsors, Datsu Sara, of course. Thank you for they were like my first sponsor.
They're the best.
They're the best. So nice. Like great guys.
They're
And
fantastic.
their products are amazing too.
Uh-huh.
All their
We're-
hemp
yeah.
gear. Like we all rep their stuff.
We all
Oh,
love
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big fans.
And then
dsgear.com.
dsgear.com.
What's your Ashi Queen 5?
Ashi Queen 5?
Ashi Queen 5. 5% off.
And then Hypnotic is my other sponsor, my rash
Cool
guard
rash
sponsor.
guards.
Very
Yeah.
cool rash guards. I love them too. They're gonna make me a rash guard for
Oh,
EBI.
nice.
And
They're out
I'm
of
working on some other sponsors. Well, of course, my strength and conditioning, which
Yeah.
is the Rugby Center, Rugby Training Academy.
What's their, do you know their website?
Nope. Don't
Okay.
know their
The Rugby
website.
Training Academy in Irvine.
in Irvine.
Look it up. Google.
Or if you follow, I always give shout outs on my Instagram page
Nice.
too. And we're working on some meal prep people right now.
Cool.
Oh,
Hopefully
nice.
that
Good luck.
that goes through.
Yeah.
I just really need some help with my meal prep. Can you imagine if
Seriously.
you had all of your meals already
interested
ready
in
for
that
you?
too.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
We'd look so lean.
It's my dream in
Summertime
life. Yeah,
fine.
just somebody can
All
cook for me. Awesome.
All right, we all need to look into that. Clearly.
We might be a different breed of girl, so I'm just gonna bring up something I saw online last night that I was like, "What the? Why is that a thing?" Some guy was like, "Ladies, how would you feel about another woman cooking for your man?" And I was like,
Can she cook for me?
"Right." I was like, "Is that a thing you're supposed to get upset about?" Because I'd be like, "Thanks." Now neither of us have to cook, and we both hate it.
Does she cook for me too?
Yeah.
That would be
Like, what's? I don't understand. Like, if I get it that they were like, it means she's flirting, but that's not necessarily.
but
You could flirt in other ways. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was like, that's a thing?
what's the context of this? Like, is she coming
Yeah.
to your house and cooking for
Yeah.
him only?
So, like,
is,
lingerie cooking?
Is she inviting
In your house?
Is she inviting him over to her house and
Yeah,
cooking
I
dinner
didn't understand
for
the
him?
context, and I was just
yeah.
like, why is that a thing that anybody would care about?
They say
Lame.
cooking is, or food is the way to a man's heart, though. So maybe if you're
I
cooking
get
for
it.
them, you're like.
So is she
trying to-
cooking at home and like bringing
I
it
don't
to
know.
your house and like saying, "Hey, this is for him, not you"?
I'll have to delve deeper
There's-
into the
there's-
Facebook post because it wasn't
there's
very
gotta be
clear,
more to this,
other than
yeah.
me just going, what the hell? Anyway, Beckford.
That's weird.
He's trying to get women to cook for him. That's why.
Probably.
Oh, and it depends on. I feel like if it was
I don't
good.
know who this Beckford person is that you're speaking
Dude, give
of.
me your website.
BeckyDominguez.com.
You have
All
a
the
website?
things I do. It's BeckyDominguez.com. Somebody bought it for me, and that's sweet.
One
Is
of our
it-
listeners.
Is it up yet and working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's made?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how in shock she is right now.
I'm sorry. I just didn't know you were such a big deal. You know.
God, get with it, Lynn. Jeez. Duh.
That's awesome.
Yes, you can find all of my Facebook, Instagram,
Are your
Twitter,
highlight,
and all
is
that
your highlight
stuff.
video gonna be on there?
When it's made, I'm working on
Are
it.
you working on it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh.
It's a work in progress.
What about your matches? Can I find out more about your life on your website?
I
should
told
put
her
my
she needs to
matches.
make a
I don't
blog.
have my matches. I'm gonna
You
do
should
that.
put your matches up
Yeah,
there.
I didn't even think
I
about
told
that.
her it should be a blog.
Yeah.
She doesn't listen to me.
But I feel like the blog,
It's
the
commitment.
I mean, I put all the episodes on there. That's kind of like my blog.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I should put more. You think I should like write shit? I don't write. I hate writing.
Maybe it could be a vlog.
A vlog.
A vlog.
You're so 2016, Donna.
Yeah, we can't get enough of Becky. Like once a week at Mat Therapy is not enough.
Exactly.
So we need
So I
more
need to make a
vlog.
vlog. What do
Daily
I say-
vlogs.
What do I? Not
Talk
daily.
about your
Calm the
training.
fuck
Talk
down.
about your training and your journey.
Calm the fuck down on a
Maybe that's
daily.
where your web could be.
Maybe
I
like
mean, it means I have to be like
journal.
creative and
how you
Yeah.
feel about jiu-jitsu after your long week of training, especially
true.
when you're preparing for
You know what
competitions
my-
and stuff.
you know what my it's gonna be.
What?
I just got done rolling 3 rounds and I'm tired as fuck.
Look at my hair.
Goodbye.
It's like this.
It's like
And look
this.
at my pigtails sticking up everywhere. Okay, bye.
Those are
See
my
you
favorite.
tomorrow. See you tomorrow. 3 rolls. I'm really tired.
I bet you people will follow that still.
Maybe Omar will watch that.
Clearly, he hates us, and he made that clear. Thanks.
Hey, Lee.
Hi, Lee.
Lynn, I don't want to freak you out, but I have 2 websites.
You have to. Dang, I didn't
Is-
know Leah's a big deal.
Is one about your beautiful hair?
One is
Lee'sHair.com.
leeshair.com. It's a blank website. My other website is leesciatconsulting.com. So if you have a podcast or would like to start a podcast, please
Yes.
hit me up at leesciatconsulting.com.
For all of your podcast needs. And my 17,000 websites. You
Are we just trying to one up each other right here? I didn't.
Yeah, really. It's like everyone.
For everything for the podcast, the clothing line, and our events, you can go to mattherapylife.com. For anything related to women's self-defense, you can go to 10thplanetwomen.com, or you can just go to donnagonzalez.com and find links to all of those things. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. We'll see you next week. Lynn, good luck at EVI. Thank you for hanging out with us. We love you.
I'll be coming at you from Miami next week.
That's right. She's Skyping in from Miami.
Yeah.
We'll see you next
Skyping
week
in.
then.
I am.
Yeah. Peace out,
Yeah.
bitches.
Deuces.